You get paid. For about 24 hours, you feel in control, responsible, maybe even ahead. And then somehow, without any big purchases, without doing anything crazy, your balance drops back to almost nothing. You didn't buy a yacht. You didn't book a luxury vacation. You just lived. Groceries, subscriptions, eating out because you were tired, a few small things online. And now you're thinking, why does it feel like no matter how much I earn, I'm always just maintaining? If that sounds uncomfortably familiar, yeah, we need to talk. Hi, my name is Alicia, and I spend way too much time thinking about why smart, capable adults with decent incomes still feel financially unstable. If you're someone who makes money but still feels anxious about it, like you're one unexpected expense away from stress, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Here's the thing. Financial stability isn't about earning more. It's about needing less. And today I'm going to walk you through the minimalist money rules you must follow if you want to feel stable not just this month, but forever. And yes, we're going to talk about math. But we're also going to talk about psychology, because that's where most people lose. Look, this is where most people get it wrong. They think financial stability begins at a certain income level. $50,000, $80,000, $100,000. Once I make six figures, I'll be good. Except, data consistently shows otherwise. According to various Federal Reserve financial well-being surveys, a significant percentage of people earning over $100,000 still report financial stress and lack of emergency savings. So what's happening? Here's what most people don't realize. Stability isn't about how much you earn. It's about how much of what you earn you actually keep. Let me show you something simple. Person A earns $40,000 and spends $32,000. They save $8,000. Person B earns $100,000 and spends $95,000. They save $5,000. Who is more stable? It's person A. Because stability is the gap between income and lifestyle. Minimalism forces you to widen that gap permanently. Can we talk about the stuff that quietly locks you into stress? Rent, car payments, insurance, subscriptions, phone plans. These aren't dramatic expenses. They're normal. But here's the math. If your fixed monthly expenses are $3,000 and you lose your income, you burn through $18,000 in 6 months. If your fixed expenses are $1,800 instead, you only need $10,800 for that same safety window. That difference, $7,200, is freedom. This is where it gets really interesting. According to consumer expenditure data, housing and transportation consistently account for the largest portion of household budgets, often over 50%. Which means minimalism isn't about skipping lattes. It's about living slightly below what you qualify for, driving less car than you can technically afford, avoiding lifestyle upgrades when income increases. Minimalist rule: design a life that costs less than your ego wants. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Alicia, but I worked hard for this raise. Yes, you did. And you deserve progress. But here's what most people don't realize. Every lifestyle upgrade creates a new normal. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. You get used to the upgrade shockingly fast. That nicer apartment? Normal in 3 months. The new car? Normal in 6 months. But the higher bills? Permanent. So here's the minimalist rule. Every time your income increases, your savings rate increases first. Let's say you get a $500 monthly raise. Most people spend $400 of it and save $100. Minimalists flip that. They save $350, $400, and maybe upgrade $100. Over 10 years, that difference compounded at 7% can mean tens of thousands of dollars. Small behavior, massive outcome. Everyone talks about a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. But here's the thing. Most people treat that money like it's optional. They build it halfway. They dip into it. They never fully fund it. Financial stability requires something different. You need a stability fund, an amount of cash that makes you sleep better at night. For some people, that's 6 months. For others, it's 12. Let's do math. If your minimalist lifestyle costs $2,000 a month, 6 months equals $12,000. 12 months equals $24,000. That number isn't random. It's the number that removes fear from decisions. When you have 12 months of expenses saved, you don't panic at work. You don't tolerate toxic environments. You don't make desperate financial choices. Minimalism lowers the target. Discipline hits it faster. Here's something wild. Behavioral economists have shown that decision fatigue leads to worse financial choices. The more you decide throughout the day, the more impulsive you become. Minimalism reduces decisions. Fewer subscriptions. Fewer impulse buys. Fewer should I moments. Think of it like dieting. If your house is full of junk food, you need willpower. If it's not there, no decision required. Minimalist money is pre-decided money. Automatic investing. Automatic transfers. Preset spending categories. Limited fun accounts. You remove the drama. And stability thrives in boring systems. Look, some of you are overcomplicating this. You have 7 different apps, 12 investment ideas, crypto, options, side hustles, day trading, but you don't have a consistent savings rate, a fully funded emergency fund, a controlled lifestyle. Here's what most people don't realize. You don't need optimization. You need consistency. The average long-term stock market return historically hovers around 7 to 10% annually over long periods. If you invest $500 a month at 8% for 20 years, that's roughly $295,000. You didn't outsmart the market. You just showed up. Minimalism says, pick fewer strategies. Execute them longer. This one changes everything. Let's compare 2 people. Person A earns $120,000. Spends $110,000. Person B earns $70,000. Spends $45,000. Person B can survive much longer without income. They can pivot careers. They can take risks. They can invest aggressively. Person A is trapped by overhead. Financial stability is about burn rate. Companies measure this constantly, but individuals almost never. Your personal burn rate determines your freedom. Minimalist rule: lower your burn rate before you chase a higher income. This might sting, but a huge percentage of spending is signaling. Cars, clothes, apartments, phones, and here's the psychological part. Humans are wired for status comparison. Social media intensifies it. You see curated highlights. You assume it's normal. You adjust your spending to match. But here's what most people don't realize. Many people you're comparing yourself to are financially fragile. High income, low liquidity. Minimalism rejects performative spending. If it doesn't increase peace, freedom, or long-term wealth, it's probably noise. This is where it gets really interesting. The brain is dopamine-driven. New purchases equals dopamine spikes. Savings equals delayed reward. That's why minimalism feels hard at first. But over time, your brain rewires. Instead of feeling excitement from buying something, you start feeling calm from watching your net worth grow. You shift from thrill-seeking to stability-seeking. In that shift, that's when financial anxiety disappears. This might be the most important rule. If you never define enough, you will never feel stable. Because stability isn't just math, it's emotional. Ask yourself, how much do I actually need monthly? What lifestyle genuinely makes me happy? What level of savings makes me feel safe? If you don't answer that intentionally, culture will answer it for you. And culture always says more. Minimalism says enough. Let's build a simple, minimalist financial framework. 1. Cap fixed expenses below 50% of income. 2. Save at least 20 to 30% before lifestyle upgrades. 3. Build 6 to 12 months of stability reserves. 4. Automate investing. 5. Avoid status-driven purchases. 6. Keep financial systems simple. 7. Define your enough. You don't need complexity. You need margin. And margin creates stability. Look, financial stability isn't about being rich. It's about being unshakable. It's about not panicking when life happens. It's about knowing that if your income disappeared tomorrow, your life wouldn't collapse next month. Minimalist money isn't restrictive. It's protective. And if this video made you rethink how you define stability, I want you to do one thing today. Calculate your monthly burn rate. That number is your real financial truth. Drop it in the comments if you're comfortable, or just write "done" once you've calculated it. Because awareness is step one, and stability starts with clarity. I'll see you in the next one.